At Bulldog Burger, we take the burger game to the next level, like the Freshman 15, stacked with panko fried mozzarella. Unleash your appetite.
Tupelo Smiles is a top-notch group. They're very compassionate about what they do. They've given me the smile that I've always wanted. I've been a patient for 15 years and I wouldn't go anywhere else. I just love Tupelo Smiles.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather this morning.
Hey, good morning, and happy Monday morning. Maya's happy this morning. Say hi, Maya. You want to wave? Okay. Anyway, she might later. She usually does it a few seconds after I ask her. But welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 7:30 this morning. It's Maya's Monday Minute. So Maya helps me. Thank you. Yes. Wait. Hi. She says hi to everybody. Maya helps me talk through the weather headlines on our Monday morning. And we have a lot to talk about, don't we, Maya? Yeah, we do. So let's talk about it. Rainy start to your week. Some of us dealing with some rain ongoing this morning. A lot of us dealt with it overnight as well. Ooh, she wants my mic. She knows how to get everything as well. Rainy start to our week ahead. Cooler temps going to be sticking around as well. Look, Maya, look at yourself on here. And then a dry weekend ahead. So even though we're starting off with some rain, we won't be ending the week with some rain. She's over it, I think. But we are still in our pajamas this morning. We didn't sleep very well last night, in case y'all were wondering. But we're in a good mood at least this morning for the most part. So thanks for sticking around for Maya's Monday Minute. That's everything you need to know to get you out the door this morning. Let's talk about the rain, shall we? Because that's the main story for at least the morning ahead. Take a look on Mississippi Live radar this morning, dealing with some rain, mainly northwest Mississippi along 278 and north of that. So Prentiss County into Alcorn County dealing with that as well. I'm going to zoom around and show you exactly who's seeing more of the moderate to ongoing downpours this morning. I wouldn't call it heavy by any means. Not dealing with any lightning as well. Hope you have your coffee out for your Monday morning, especially if you're like me and didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Let's talk about what happened overnight. I want to loop this over the last 6 hours to show you where these showers started. So even though, take a look at this, it's over the last 6 hours. So this is Monday, 2, 3, 4 a.m. You can see the time right there on the corner of your screen. Seeing these showers lift up across 82, going into places like Water Valley, Bruce, Amory, Tupelo. Now, yes, they're sitting up in the northern half of our area. Just want to show you that where they've made their way this morning, because a lot of us saw rain overnight. But just because you're not seeing rainfall right now doesn't mean you didn't get any overnight, and you're going to be dealing with some wet roadways out there this morning. Heaviest of pockets, which I would say is moderate at best, is still up around Sledge, Mississippi, and northwest Mississippi. Now, we did just see this between Marks and Sledge. Now it has moved just north of Sledge because, again, these are still propagating to the north. If you're in places like Tate County, rain has moved into your area. DeSoto County, you're next because, again, these showers are slowly making their way to the north. So they're kind of having that northward movement, which is different than we usually see here across our area. So that's what's ongoing over northwest Mississippi. Let's take it to northeast Mississippi. If you are traveling along 22 this morning, going to be dealing with some rain as you're heading from New Albany over into Hickory Flat, Blue Mountain as well, dealing with some rain this morning over into Dumas, Mississippi, and then up around places like Corinth, Alcorn County, dealing with a lot of rain if you're going to be traveling along 72, going from Glenn to Burnsville this morning. So maybe you're heading over to Iuka 72, maybe across into Alabama, Cherokee, Muscle Shoals. You're going to be dealing with some light shower activity, nothing that should slow you down, but just know that it is ongoing out there this morning. I want to give you a bigger picture of what's happening out there to show you exactly why we're seeing some rainfall. You can see here, this is more of a national view, satellite and radar, giving you a bigger picture of what's ongoing. Rainfall right now is moving out of the south. So yeah, it's moving to the north. You can see the heaviest rainfall. If you're going down near Jackson this morning, you're going to be dealing with a lot more heavy rain than we're dealing with here in North Mississippi. So traveling down south, a little bit heavier ongoing bands moving through there. But you can see this moisture is kind of driving up from the Gulf. That's what's driving our rain chances today. Different story tomorrow. We're going to be watching this cold front extending right now in the plains, going to be making its way closer to our area on Tuesday, bringing a little bit more widespread chance for some ongoing heavier downpours into your Tuesday afternoon. Take a look outside this morning. They'll get you some ground truth if you don't believe me on Mississippi Live Radar. Yes, there's some rain in Crenshaw, and you can see it behind me. Lots of cloud cover as well. So even if you're not waking up to rain, you're waking up to a lot of clouds this morning. Cloud cover kind of acts as a blanket in our atmosphere, so it keeps our temperatures a little bit warmer overnight. All of us starting off in the 70s this morning because of that. So ongoing rain in northwest Mississippi from Crenshaw over into places like Batesville. Going over into Smithville, again, not everybody's starting off with rain, even though we saw some rain move through overnight. Everybody, though, starting off with a whole lot of cloud cover this morning. Temperatures in the 70s across the board. Maybe a lucky few in the 60s from Red Bay over into Hamilton, Alabama, but a majority of us in the 70s, 74, even middle 70s over in the Delta. So Greenwood over there in Belzoni as well, 74, 73 in Eupora, 73 in Bruce, 72 in New Albany, 71 in Boonville, 70 up in Corinth over in Alcorn County. As we head over the first 12 hours ahead, temperature is going to be sticking in the 70s for a majority of your day. So about a 30 to 40% chance this morning as those showers are still prevalent in the area. We drop it to a 20 as we head into midday. So into your lunchtime hours, not as much rain across the board, but rain chances do pick back up as we head later into the afternoon and early evening hours. Yes, a high near 80 today into your afternoon, but a lot of us sticking in the 70s for a majority of the afternoon until we hit that 80-degree high. Let's take it hour by hour. As I said, we're watching this front as we head throughout your Tuesday. Yeah, a few showers still hanging out as we head Monday evening into those overnight hours, but watch as we head into Tuesday. Tuesday's the main day we're watching for more widespread rain, a little bit more heavy downpours into your Tuesday afternoon, because as this front begins to inch closer and closer, we begin to get a little bit more heavy pockets moving in the mix as we head into your Tuesday afternoon and evening. So I encourage you, if you got any plans on Tuesday, especially for the back half of your day, make sure you have your rain gear handy and ready to go. Now, again, I'm not looking at anything on the severe side of things, but we could still see a few heavier pockets, heavy rain, some lightning for Tuesday afternoon, maybe some gusty winds as these move through as well, but nothing really on the severe scale of things. As we head Wednesday into your Wednesday afternoon, the good news is this cold front is now going to be off to our east, causing rainfall over in the Carolinas. I think we're going to be gradually clearing out there for your Wednesday. So Wednesday looking more of like a clearing day. So starting off with a lot of clouds, a little bit less as we go into the back half of the day. Not a lot of rainfall for Wednesday as well. Coming up next, we'll take it hour by hour over the next 48 hours. So what you can expect, when are the heavy downpours coming, and when exactly can you expect them within your area of North Mississippi? We'll talk through all of that. Of course, a final look at your 7 days coming up as well, and you're going to want to see it. It's a nice 7-day forecast. It's one that I like to give. It's going to be a little bit better conditions out there as we head late week into the weekend. So if you want to know what those better conditions are, you'll have to stick around. All those details.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Laupon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Laupon has proven himself trustworthy.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, welcome back to the Room to Room Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Maggie McCauley. Happy Monday out there to you. Thanks as always for starting off your work week and your day with us here at Mississippi Live Weather. Want to show you a live look outside before we get into the ongoing forecast so you can know what to expect if you haven't stepped out the door this morning. This is over in Panola County, Batesville, Mississippi. Now, the city of Batesville did see some rainfall. Now it's looking to be a little bit drier out there, but still a whole lot of cloud cover and rainfall all around them, even though it's not specifically within the city of Batesville anymore. All around Panola County dealing with some rain this morning. Here's a live look in Aberdeen. As I said, some of us dealing with rain, some of us just looking like this. You can see, actually, that's really cool. You can see the clouds moving within this camera. They're really getting it this morning over in Aberdeen, not dealing with any rain in the city of Aberdeen or their surrounding areas. However, still waking up to a lot of clouds this morning and temperatures in the 70s. One more look. I want to show you the roadways this morning over in Fulton. You can see this where 25 and 22 kind of meet up there over in Fulton thanks to those MDOT traffic cams. 72 degrees there. Not necessarily any ongoing rainfall, but you can tell that it did rain. So some of us are dealing with some wet roadways, even though we're not seeing any ongoing rainfall. Let me show you overall what's happening right now, and then we will get into the forecast in case you're just now tuning in with us. Overall, the heaviest of downpours, and I would not really call them heavy, the moderate-ist, not really a word, of downpours happening right now in northwest Mississippi, really north of Sledge. We saw this pass through Marks, Sledge, Mississippi. Now it is sitting north of Sledge into places like White Oak and Pink, Mississippi. As we head into places like Panola County, again, Batesville not dealing with any rain anymore, but all around it is. So if you're heading out from places like Batesville, Cortland, headed up north, maybe to Tate or DeSoto County, maybe up to Memphis, you are going to be dealing with some rain as you go into places like Sardis and Como across those exits this morning. If you are in places like Tate and DeSoto County, you're dealing with the rain. These continue to move off north. They're propagating to the north, kind of lifting through our area. So even though you haven't dealt with too much right now over in Tate and DeSoto County, you will over your next hour. Moving into northeast Mississippi, who's seeing the most rain there? Really sitting into places between Ripley and Dumas this morning. So if you're traveling within those areas, still seeing some moderate rainfall there. Also some moderate rainfall as we head into places like Prentiss and Alcorn County, but overall not seeing any lightning with any of these showers and storms this morning, so nothing on the severe side of things. I know that's some good news out there for us. As for airport delays this morning, the heaviest of rain you can see because this has the radar looped over it, which I always really like to see. Even seeing heavy rain down in Jackson, I'm not dealing with any moderate to major delays within that Jackson airport, so that's some good news. If you know any folks headed in and out of the area this morning, same stories we had off east, Atlanta, Birmingham, good to go, Oklahoma City, Shreveport as well. More of a national view, even nationally, all of our international airports look good to go. Are looking at a little bit of a moderate delay over in the Boston airport. So if you know anybody coming in and out of that area, seeing a little bit of a delay set up there really in the last half hour. But for a majority of the United States, not dealing with any major stops across the board. Here in North Mississippi, we're going to see temperatures in the 70s throughout a majority of our day, and yes, throughout all of our morning hours, middle 70s by 10, upper 70s by 11. Rain chances do begin to decrease as we head now into the really midday time, but we'll pick it back up into the later afternoon and early evening. Highs today in the low 80s, cooler day ahead. This is more average for this time of year. Scattered showers, about a 40% chance for the entirety of your day. Most of it's going to be topping out in the 80s today. 81 in Houston, 81 in Tupelo, 81 in Water Valley, 82 in Grenada, even a little bit into the middle 80s over in Greenwood and Belzoni. Some of us can stick in the 70s. I would not be surprised if some of us spent the entirety of our day in the 70s just due to all that cloud cover and rain in the forecast. 77 for a high in Holly Springs, Alcorn County, Prentiss County, same story. Iuka in the upper 70s as well for your day ahead. Rain chances are the main thing though. I know we're going to be in the 80s today. Well, that's really the story throughout your work week. Rain chances are going to be the main story today and tomorrow. So let me take you hour by hour. When can you expect the rain in your area? Here's the thing. These are going to be very isolated to scattered activity. So kind of hard to predict who exactly is going to be seeing the heaviest of rainfall. But I think we could say regionally, I think the northern half of our area is going to be getting the majority of those heavier pockets setting up. You'll see that as I move forward. So this is at 9 a.m. Seeing that story hold true. Those showers that are happening continue going to lift north through our area. As we head into the noon hour, you can see midday, a lot of us actually sitting dry across the board. Yeah, a few showers still in places like Holly Springs, maybe New Albany, northern half of our area, but a lot of us just seeing a lot of cloud cover by midday. As we head into the afternoon, that's when we'll start to see a few more isolated heavy downpours into the mix. I'm thinking 4, 5 o'clock, especially as we head into that 7 o'clock hour for folks over in northwest Mississippi, and same story in the northern half of our area from New Albany into Booneville. Still seeing a few of those isolated heavy downpours in the mix. That'll continue all the way through your 10 o'clock hours. So if you got any plans in the Delta and northwest Mississippi, I really encourage you to have some rain gear ready, maybe some indoor plans ready as well. Not talking anything severe, but just ongoing downpours continuing in those same areas. Let's head into Tuesday, because if you don't get any heavy rain today, you're more likely to get it on Tuesday. Northwest Mississippi looks to start off the day with some rainfall. So if you travel along 55 in the morning from anywhere in northwest Mississippi, or really across the board into places like Memphis, knowing you're probably going to be running into some rainfall out the door for your Tuesday morning. Watch this. This is at 7 a.m. As we head into later in the day, those midday hours, those showers shift into northeast Mississippi. So northeast Mississippi, you are not out of the woods just yet. Seeing a few heavy downpours happening, and those continue into the afternoon. So activity continues to be scattered across the board throughout the back half of your Tuesday. That's why I say I encourage you, have the rain gear handy today, but especially into your day tomorrow. Some of these could be heavy. I'm not talking about anything severe, but could be on the stronger side of things. Maybe some heavy rainfall, lightning associated with these as they come through, because we're watching them set up close to that front really causing that rainfall to continue on and off throughout our day ahead for our Tuesday. Continuing into the evening hours, that's when we'll finally see this front push through overnight into your Wednesday. Out there for your Wednesday, keeping about a 20% chance for the morning. I think the majority of Wednesday looks dry, and we'll see that gradual clearing of even that cloud cover as we head into those evening hours of Wednesday, as that front is well off to our east. How much rain could we see? I'm not looking at a widespread 1 to 2 inches from this. However, I said some of us seeing a little bit more than others. Folks over in northern Mississippi, really along and north of 278, Senatobia, Water Valley, Oxford, New Albany, Tupelo, and north of that could see anywhere between 1 to 2 inches. Everybody else, anywhere between 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch, if you do get consistently under those isolated to scattered activity. We just kind of see them set up. So if you get lucky enough to get under a few of those, yes, you could pick up around 1/2 of an inch everywhere else. Let's talk about our tropical development before we get into our 7-day forecast, because we are tracking a high chance of development with this kind of cluster of showers and storms coming off the African coastline, looking to move into this little red blob area. As it does, has a pretty high chance of development over the next 7 days. So we're keeping our eye on it. That's the only thing we're tracking out in the Atlantic. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 80s are here to stay. I said this at 7. I'll say it again today. I think we saw our last 90-degree day last week. If you did hit 90s, some of us stayed in the 80s. I think those are behind us, hopefully, in my meteorological opinion. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast, though. 80s throughout your next 7 days. Middle 80s tomorrow to low 80s. Low 80s come back for all of us on Wednesday. 20% chance we could end up dropping to about 10% chance. Look at late week into your weekend, though. After we get over the rain chances that are today and tomorrow, as we had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, looking like a really great forecast out there. Great for those Friday night football games. Great for those SEC football games as well, or whatever you have going on. Just going to be overall really nice out there into our weekend ahead, with highs in the 80s, lows back in the 50s. So some good weather is on the way. We just have to wait it out, right? And we need the rain here across the board. Now, make sure to stick up with the latest forecast, 5, 6, and 10. Matt and Gabe will be in with everything that you need to know. They'll be tracking out any ongoing rain at 5 and 6 and 10. And of course, you can wake right back up with me on your Tuesday morning at 6:30. Thanks as always for tuning in and starting your day.
At First Choice Bank, we know you can't always make it before the bank closes. With our integrated teller, you can talk to a live person as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays and noon on Saturdays. It's not just an ATM, it's an ITM. First Choice Bank, your choice for banking.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then truly you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. prediabetes does. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.